And welcome everyone to Irvine, Kentucky. Here for the game between Letcher County Central and Estill County. I'm Anthony Brisalia. Thank you for joining us here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. Not too sure if we're on Facebook tonight, but if we aren't, you can welcome us here on YouTube, and we're glad to have you here. Mark, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, man. How about yourself?
Doing okay here. It's a nice fall evening here in almost central Kentucky, south central, kind of, if you want to call it that. Not really eastern Kentucky, but here in Irvine, always treat us well here in Estill County. And just they're getting ready to have the coin toss, and we will have that for you, this game here for you tonight as the Engineers and the Cougars match up only for the fourth time in the history. Estill County trailing the Cougars 3-0 in the series history. It was the first matchup all the way back on August the 20th, 2005, with Letcher Central winning 49-0. Then on August the 18th, 2006, Letcher County Central winning 48-6. And then a game that I remember very well back on September the 16th, 2019, or September the 6th, 2019. Mark, it was a classic here. Letcher Central had the game in hand pretty much throughout that game. And then what ended up happening is Estill County came back, grabbed into the lead, and got it. Letcher scores late, but Estill County's driving right to left on this field, and they throw it. They're about between the 20-25-yard line, maybe a little bit closer. They throw the ball. Kobe Barnett intercepts the ball, seals the deal for the game, and Letcher Central wins that one in a nail-biter. 40-36. We know right now that Estill County this season so far currently on a 3-game winning streak. Won their first game against Western Hills, 21-10. Lost to Lincoln County 42-14 there in the Garrett County Golden Line Bowl, and then lost a breath at 50-12. But since then, they've rattled off wins against Bath County, Montgomery County, and Magoffin County, 42-0, 24-14, 43-22 last week against the Hornets, getting that first district win. And in 2 years at the helm as Estill County's head coach, 10-7, and Coach Austin Moore. And young coach, getting it done here, always been a staple here at Estill County, but going to be interesting to see if the Engineers can keep that 3-game winning streak going tonight.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, this should be a great matchup. On paper, they match each other very well. Both of them's got good quarterbacks. Both of them got a lot of offensive yards. So this should be a very interesting ballgame, man.
Letcher County Central, on the other hand, as we'll dive into some of the players for both teams here individually in just a few moments, but Letcher County Central currently on a 2-game skid. Tough loss to Breathitt County on the riverbanks of Jackson, 47-28, and then losing in a shootout last week against Lawrence County is kind of having a little hard time hearing here tonight as the train sound is going loud here in Irvine. But back to what I was saying is, lost last week, Letcher Central did 57-47 against Lawrence County. They suffered their first district loss, so they're winless in the district column. Lawrence County 1-0. Estill County 1-0, but the Cougars looking to snap that 2-game losing streak. Will be without Jet Outlaw. Our thoughts and prayers continue to be with him as he continues to recover. Took a tough hit last week in the third quarter against Lawrence County, so the Cougars down a receiver. But you know, Coach Matthews and company, Mark, has that team ready to get them ready to get back on the winning ways.
Yeah, the kids seem very fired up. I mean, and they seem very loose. I watched them warm up before the game, and they look like they're coming ready to play.
Of course, Letcher County Central, road uniforms, white jerseys, blue stripes, blue numerals, black helmets, and white stripes on the uniforms. Estill County blue uniforms, white numerals, white helmets, and also the blue and the white stripes. And Letcher County Central will get the ball to start the game. And Mark, we'll see what the Cougars dial up. Of course, being led under center there by Gunnar Holbrook. Going to see which receiver will step up tonight for the Cougars in the place of Jet Outlaw. And here we go. Great night of football action. Kick is deep. And Stevens will have it. Check that was Brown, my apologies. And wrapped up there by Engineers player Matus Brody. Excuse me, Griggs, my apologies on the tackle. kicking off there for Estill County was Matthew Parton, the sophomore. And now the Cougars will have the ball starting on their own 29.
Yeah, I think one of the things that the Cougars definitely have to do is establish their run game so they can pass very more. But they got a young man in the back of Estill County, number 20. Their Mance has 2 interceptions this year, so they better keep their eye on him.
Stevens in motion, right to left. Holbrook rolls right, has Stevens caught up at the 35. He has a first down and more to the 50 and gets knotted or tripped up at the 45. Great run there, tackle there by Hunter Bingham, and it's a first down Cougars. Gain of about, we'll say here, of about, get it about there, I'm sorry, my apologies, 26 yards.
Yeah, Bingham made a great open field tackle. If not, I think the Cougars were going to the house with that run.
No huddle, pass out in the flats. It's going to be up to Stidham. Stidham's going to shake and bake and move, and the Cougars will have another first down. Tackled by a host of engineers. They're going to put them at the 27. So another strong first down there for the Cougars, and 2 first downs, and no huddle again, Mark.
Yeah, this 2-minute drill type offense seems to be very effective.
Hand off to Sturgill, bounces out to the right. He's at the 25, 20 inside the red zone. Should have enough for the first down, and another first down Cougars. Gain of about 12 on the play.
You know, Sturgill's kind of small in stature, but, man, he runs the ball very hard. Does a great job for the Cougars.
No huddle again for the Cougars. Receivers 2 ways, or split both ways. Sturgill to the left there of Holbrook. 11:05 to go here, opening quarter. Good crowd on here tonight, senior night here at Estill County. Holbrook has time. Here comes the pressure. Holbrook to the end zone. Pass is caught. Touchdown, Cougars. With a 10:53 remaining in that. Stevens, 16 yards out, and the Cougars score on 4 plays on that drive, Mark Young.
Yeah, I mean, they just was able to pick apart the defense right there. It's going to be interesting to see how their defense matches up with Estill County when they get the ball, and this could be a fun game.
Adams on for the point after. Letcher County Central player running out there late. Snap is good. Adams' kick is good. 7-0 Cougars. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Congratulations. You're officially an agent.
Sweet. I get one of those cool agent names, right? Like Viper or Shadow?
Well, Wayne, we're thinking you go by Wayne?
Oh, yeah. Wayne's fine, too.
With Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, there's an agent in every county who's involved in the community, which means you'll know your agent by name. In this case, Wayne.
I got it. What about 006?
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
Cougars go 4 plays and cover 79 yards. Or I'm sorry, check that, 71 yards on 4 plays. Get the touchdown and lead it 7-0. Mark, your thoughts on the Cougars' first drive.
I mean, that was a very strong statement. They just came out. Holbrook made several passes, was able to pick apart the defense, and they kept the ball moving constantly. 4 plays and out. Great job by the offense.
Brody Manus, the quarterback for the Engineers. 74 completions on 120 attempts this season, 880 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. Jackson Meade on the kickoff. Or I'm sorry, check that. Childers on the kickoff for the Cougars.
Jackson Childers kickoff for Letcher Central.
I'm so used to Jackson Meade kicking off sometimes, but remember Childers got the spot this season. Meade out there, the senior. And here we go. A little bit of a squib kick. Engineers return it.
Kickoff return by Manus for Estill County to the 39-yard
And Manus
line.
gets to the 39-yard line. Not to be confused with Manus Blair. But at the 39, Estill County has great field position starting off.
Yeah, Colton Stidham made a nice tackle there. I mean, he was all over him.
You look at also a couple key players rushing, of course, Brody Manus, but also Ryder Carroll, 285 yards for 4 touchdowns this season. Going to have 2 wideouts going both ways for Estill, 1 man in the backfield. Check that Engineers have it at their own 36, and the Cougars are going to jump. First penalty of the game will get the official call. Because they can be costly. Now Estill County with 1st and 5 from their own 41. Manus on the handoff. Up the middle is Parton. Matthew Parton, 120 rushing yards on the season, 2 touchdowns. He gets a gain of 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 3 for the Engineers.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good defensive stand there. It just that extra 5 yards makes it close.
Engineers taking their time. Manus taking his time as well, too. 20 on the play clock. Manus going to throw it. Pass is caught and complete by Bingham. Hunter Bingham will be short of the first.
I believe in Kentucky.
3rd and inches for the Engineers.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be inches. He's telling them to go ahead and move the chains.
Oh, wow. So they officially give him the first down. Looks like it was just enough on that second effort. And the Engineers with their first down, and they are going to be at their own 46.
So that was a good job knowing where the line was for the first down.
Corset receiving, Hunter Bingham this season, 398 yards, 3 touchdowns. Here we go. This time trips to the right, and we're going to have a whistle. I believe this might be false start, and it will be, so that's the first penalty on Estill County. Back them up 5 yards.
Yeah, that kind of evens it up, one apiece so far. And when you're playing district games as a coach, those what makes you have gray hair.
You know, you look at this district, Mark, it's funny that you mentioned the district. It's so spread out from Lawrence County to Magoffin County to Letcher to Estill to Powell County. It's a mix between 3 14th region teams and 2 15th region teams. Of course, Estill County a long time used to be in that 11th region, so very spread out from Louisa to Irvine.
Yeah, the district now kind of reminds you of playoff travel back then.
That is correct as well, too. Here's the throw hit. Oh, Cougars nearly have it intercepted. Pass intended there for East Rollins, and that'll be 2nd and 15, Engineers.
Cougars was able to get some good pressure on him that time. Manus is going to have a hard time passing if he don't get a set in the pocket. And, man, they flushed him that time big time.
Great coverage there by the Cougars. You wonder also, too, there, to your point, if just a little bit more quick, that defender may have had it. Now the lights. Now, a long time ago, for those of you that aren't maybe familiar or haven't ever been to Estill County, they have a new press box. It's really nice, and they've renovated the stadium. You used to broadcast games here. Literally, it was like out of a barn, and we were all scrunched in. But those are the good old days. Nope, going to be a quarterback keeper run by Manus. He's going to get close to the original line of scrimmage, and 2 flags are thrown. We'll see what the call is. Might be in a face mask, possibly. Don't know what the second one was thrown, but we'll see.
And that's exactly what it was, Anthony.
Yep. Face mask, so it'll give the Engineers an automatic first down. And, boy, Mark, that was going to be 3rd and 10 for the Engineers if that doesn't happen.
Yeah, that may be the break that the Engineers needed on this drive.
Here we go. Handoff again, met. Well, tried to break away there, did Parton. Got to the 40, so maybe might have lost about a half yard, and we'll call it 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Meade met him at the line of scrimmage, was able to hold him up to his linebackers and stuff come and help finish him off. It's a great defensive stand for the Cougars.
Still out of that pistol formation with 2 wideouts both ways in the back, single back behind Manus. 23 on the play clock, 7-0 Cougars, 8:35 first quarter here in Irvine on a nice fall night. Low snap, Manus getting pressured, rolls right, he's got some room, and he'll be brought out of bounds by Braxton Banks, and that'll be pick up close to about 4 yards, so it's going to be about 3rd and 6 for the Engineers.
Yeah, I mean, they had good pursuit, but he made the great call there. He tucked it and got what he could out of virtually nothing.
Cougar Nation, good crowd here tonight. Cougar Nation always travels well. Engineer Nation here packing out the stadium. I'm sure if they get a couple of touchdowns tonight, we'll hear that big sound of the locomotive of the train. Same formation. This time Parton's going to run out in the flats. Pass is caught. That's going to be enough for a first down all the way down to about the 20-yard line. Engineers, East Rollins gets the first down, and a big conversion, Mark Young.
Yeah, absolutely. A big tight end rolled across the middle and was wide open. That's a great read by Manus there to find him. It's just a breakdown in the coverage for Cougars. I'm not sure if someone misread their assignment or what.
That was a pickup of 15 yards. They were at the 37. They officially mark it at the 22, just 2 yards outside of the red zone of the Cougars. Hayden Mans was running in motion, and we have a whistle on the play, another flag. It's going to go against the Cougars, Mark.
Yeah, they jumped encroachment.
Jackson Meade, the guilty party there. It'll make it 1st and 5. That's now the 3rd penalty mark for Letcher Central, and that's 3 penalties for 25 yards.
Yeah, and that moved them, the Engineers, inside the red zone.
For the first time tonight. Hand off quarterback keeper. Pass out to Bingham. Bingham going to be driven out of bounds just inside the 10. And so they'll be close, or they will get the first down. So Engineers moving the ball now. They're going to get that a gain of 8.
Yeah. Dayton Brown was able to come up and force him out of bounds, or he was going to the promised land there.
So Estill County responded well. Their 4th first down of the game. And Manus keeps it but loses it. Maybe loses about a yard on the play. And this will bring up 2nd and goal now for the Engineers at roughly about the 10.
Yeah, that's a great tackle with Jackson Meade. He didn't fall for the fake that time and was able to take him down for little to nothing.
Estill County still staying in that same formation. Last week, the Cougars saw several men running in motion and backing up, and Federoff, Williams, you name it. Priest. This week, only seeing one in the backfield. Pass, though, and it is incomplete. Could not hold on to it, and this will bring up 3rd and goal. East Rollins just couldn't fall on it in the end zone, Mark.
Yeah, I mean, he had a lot of pressure, but he stood there and made a nice pass and just wasn't able to pull it in.
And you know as well as I do, Mark, if the Engineers can't get into the end zone or get close on this drive, looking at 4-down territory here.
Oh, absolutely.
Engineers this season have a good special teams unit in Seth Hurst, 15 of 18 on extra point attempts, has not attempted a field goal this season yet. Trips over to the right this time. Low snap. Here comes the pressure. A breakaway by Manus, has room, throws it. Oh, and the pass thrown out of bounds. I thought he could have ran there a little bit and got a couple of yards as he looked there and thought he had Hayden Mans open, but now it's 4th and goal.
I mean, he did a great job getting away from those big linemen. They were coming with authority, and Cougars was really pushing the envelope there.
Engineers going to roll with it.
They're going to kick
No,
the
they're
field
going to
goal.
kick the field goal, actually. So this will be Hurst's first field goal of the attempt of the season, 15-18 on extra points. This will be about a 27-yard attempt. He's got a lefty here. Here's the snap. Good snap. Kick is on the way, and it is good. And with 6:39 to go here in the opening quarter, Estill County and Letcher County Central in a battle as the Cougars lead at 7-3 back in 30 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
At People's Bank and Trust of Hazard, we're more.
Seven to 3 your score, 6:39 remaining opening quarter as Hurst kicks it from 27 yards out and knocks it through the uprights to make it 7-3. Estill County, of course, also known as well as the Cougars to have really good soccer teams. They can kick the ball here in Estill County, as that was just proven by Hurst. And now the Cougars going to look to respond, but that was a big answer for Estill County.
Yeah, anytime you can come down and get points right after the other team has scored, that's a positive.
Hurst, a nice kick deep. It's muffed, dropped. Brown picks it up, though, has some room, but met at the 26, 27-yard line. And now Letcher County Central with some good field position. On that tackle there was Lincoln Wilburn for the Engineers.
Yeah, the way the Engineers covered both outside routes, I thought Brown was going to be able to break that one right back up the middle for a moment there, but they were able to collapse in on him. This is a beautiful facility.
It really is. I like what they've done with the bathrooms, too, in the concession stand area. They've really put a lot of time and work ethic in this here down at Estill County. Stidham running in motion right to left. Hand off to Sturgill. Breaking some moves. Is going to be close to the first down. They may mark him. We've seen it already once tonight where it looked like it was going to be short, but this time they do say it is short. Sturgill, though, with a great run, picks up about 9 yards on the play.
Yeah, I mean, that's that running game that they need to establish.
Be 2nd and 1 for the Cougars in that no-huddle offense. Holbrook getting the pressure. Holbrook has an open field. We have a flag on the play in the backfield as Holbrook will run up to the 46-yard line, but hold the phone. Might be a block on the back against the Cougars, and we'll see. Get the call from the White Hat. So it's a blindside block on the Cougars, so back them up. That negates a big run.
Yeah, it absolutely does. I mean, it's really a clean hit, but in air of safety of these young men, they don't allow that anymore, and it was obvious he didn't see him coming.
4 penalties for 35 yards on the Cougars in this quarter. Be 2nd and long. Trips out to the left, one wide out to the right. Handed off to Sturgill again. He'll get out to about the 25-yard line, so they give him about 7 yards on the play, and this will bring up 3rd down for the Cougars.
Yeah, the Cougars have been able to move the ball, but like you said, these penalties keep stacking up, and it's making things a little tougher than they need to be.
First 3rd down attempt for the Cougars tonight.
Bring up 3rd down for Letcher Central.
So it's going to be 3rd and 12. They officially mark it for the Cougars. This time the Cougars go wideouts with both ways. Holbrook looking. Here's a throw, and Stevens, it's batted away there by Manus. And the Cougars will have to turn it over. Also in on the coverage was Kaiser Cheney. He's also the senior, and now 4th down for Letcher Central.
Yeah, Manus definitely saved 6 there. I mean, there's no way around it. Great defensive effort, diving and be able to swat that ball away. Nice play.
So, after a penalty that negated a really good run by Holbrook, Cougars got pushed back, had a nice run of 7 yards, and then an incomplete pass there, and they'll line up to kick it on 4th and 12 from their own 25. Leading it 7-3, 5:07 remaining, opening 4, and go back as Bingham stays away from it, and it's downed at the 29-yard line, so the Engineers will have it first and 10 at their own 29, and now Estill County Mark with the chance to respond.
Yeah, I mean, they was able to go down the field the last time with the help of a couple of penalties. Couldn't get in the end zone, but able to kick their first field goal. So they're looking to come down and get some more points.
Big adjustments there by Coach Moore. Two wide outs, or one out to the left, 2 out to the right here. Single man in the backfield. Parton's going to hand it back for a flea flicker. Here's the throw, and it's all intercepted by Brown. Thaden Brown intercepts it at the 48 off the flea flicker. What a great read, as several Cougars were right there, Mark. I like the aggressiveness there by Coach Moore to do that, but Letcher Central had it lined out completely for the first turnover of the game. Huge momentum booster.
Yeah, where he got hit as he was throwing the ball, it made this short, and there were more Cougars there than they were Engineers. I mean, they were actually fighting over who was going to try to catch it.
Here we go. Cougars was 2. This time they go with Howard. His 2 backs were split in the backfield. Howard's going to run. He'll be tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of probably about 1 or 2 on the play. And, of course, Mark, this game being so huge for both teams, district implications for a home playoff game, because the Cougars, after playing Lawrence County next week, continue to have this game against Estill County, on the road at Magoffin County, and then at home against Powell County. Everything matters in this situation as the Cougars lost 1 on that last play. They go right back to Howard, though. Howard's going to have some room. He's going to have the first down, going to be close, but I think he got it, and that's a big run after that first loss.
Oh, absolutely. He just turned him big shoulders up the field and took off. And great run by Howard. Great blocking by the Cougars lineman. Get him through that initial wave.
5th first down for the Cougars, unofficially. Still in that no-huddle offense. Pass is complete. Out of bounds, and that's going to be Stidham to the 30. We'll have enough for the first down, pickup of about 12. And Manus on the tackle, and the Cougars moving the chains. Sixth first down for the Cougars. No huddle again. Holbrook throws it, has a man in between coverage. Ooh, and Manus was right there, intended for Stidham, but also there and on the check that man's. And so it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Cougars at the 30.
Yeah, that was a nice throw. It was right on the spot, but at the same time, the Engineers was step-by-step, double coverage. Don't know if you want to throw those too often.
Both secondaries making it tight for both teams. Cougars trying to capitalize off an intercepted pass by Brown. Stevens running in motion left to right. Here comes the pressure. Holbrook looking. Holbrook's pressure. Holbrook looking. Holbrook's going to move. Holbrook gets wrapped up from behind before picking up a few yards. In on the tackle there was East Rollins.
Tackled by East Rollins.
And this is going to bring up third down and about 8, we'll say, for the Cougars.
I thought that he was going to run the same pattern again and run that free safety off man's away from the double coverage. But he had to tuck it and run and get what he could there. So Cougars got a long way to go for a first, but very doable.
3.5, now 3:25, remaining here in the first quarter, 7-3. Cougars on top. Trips to the right this time and went out to the left. It's going to be Howard there. He'll get the handoff. He's got a hole. He's going to have the first down. Tries to break a tackle and does inside the 10, but steps out of bounds at the 8-yard line and picks up 20 and a huge first down for the Cougars.
Absolutely. I mean, that put them inside the 10, first and goal. Cougars moving the ball.
Cougars now 1 of 2 on third down conversion, 7th first down of the game.
One of the few times that the Cougars have actually huddled up this entire game.
Third drive for the Cougars in this game. Scored on the first drive easily, had to punt it on the second one. Fortunate that Estill County threw an interception, and now they're looking to take advantage of that interception. Sweet pass out there to Sturgill. He can't break anyone, and tackled in the backfield by the Engineers. And a strong tackle there. I thought that was by Bingham. I thought for a second there, Mark, they were going to throw the flag on the Cougars, but Estill County pushes them back anyway.
Yeah, I mean, that was questionable. You couldn't tell from here at our angle, but evidently he didn't think he had him hooked enough to throw the flag. But, man, Bingham come up and closed the gap really quick.
It's a loss of 5 yards in Sturgill. Actually, Mark, I had the bird's eye view. You're kind of in the center here. Was very, very close, as you said. But Cougars got to find a way to bounce back here as Holbrook finds Howard incomplete. Manus was almost there for the interception. So bring up third and goal because the Cougars were – Howard stepped out of bounds at the 8 off the great run. They cannot get a first down, so I'm looking at – unless there's a penalty, I'm looking at 4-down territory here unless the Cougars – can get a score here on this play, Mark.
Oh, absolutely. They've got 2 shots to get it in the end zone.
2:20 remaining, opening quarter. Go with the trips out to the left this time and one out to the right. Howard to the right. Here we go. They go with Howard. Oh, no. Holbrook's going to keep it. Holbrook has room. There's a flag, though. So hold the phone. We'll see what the call is as Holbrook makes it down to the 2.
Penalty flag on the play.
Flag is thrown just outside the pylon, there at about the 1. We'll get the call from the White Hat. So back to Cougars, up 10 yards, and a huge penalty there.
Yeah, that's a momentum change right there for sure.
So they officially mark them at the 19. So third and goal from the 19. Cougars are 1 of 1 in the red zone tonight. Looking to make it 2 of 2. And we have a whistle, and we're going to have a timeout. Letcher Central. Let's take it with them. Cougars lead at 7-3 over the Engineers. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at Double Quick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of Double Quick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous Double Quick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your Double Quick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at Double Quick.
Cougars back up after a penalty. Holbrook ran it, would have been at the 1, but the penalty negates that. Coach Matthews wanted to talk it over. Cougars looking to add to their 7-3 lead, 17 on the play clock. This time Holbrook will roll to his left. has time. Pass is caught at Stidham, and they're going to mark him at about the 10, between the 11 and the 10. So we'll call it 4th and goal from the 10. Nice play of 9 there with what you could move with or do with there, Mark.
Yeah, I mean, instead of trying to get all 19 yards in one play, you divide up into chunks and go 2 down territory anyway, so go for it.
2:07 remaining here in the opening quarter. 7-3, Cougars lead it on top. Thank you for joining us on Facebook and YouTube. Now the pistol trips to the right, wide out to the left. It's Howard to the right on 4th and goal to block. Holbrook rolling, throws to the end zone, over the head, intended for Brown, and the Cougars will turn it over on downs. Tough break there, but great defense by Estill County, even though the penalties put the Cougars back a little bit on that drive, Mark.
Absolutely. Between the penalties and the defensive stand by the Engineers, I mean, the Cougars just stalled out. Still got a 7-3 lead, but, man, what could have been.
The trip from Letcher Central to Estill County, a long trip, well over 2 hours, about 2.5 hours. Long travel, and the Cougars trying to get a big upset or try to spoil the 3-game winning streak of the Engineers here in Irvine. Good little run there by Parton. Going to get out to about the 14, so we'll call it about the 13, though. So 2nd and 7 for Estill County.
Yeah, I mean, it just straight up the middle, nice little power run. Cougars got to tighten their belts right here and make a stand.
So they actually officially do give him 4 yards, so 4 yards there by Parton. Estill County taking their time. Looking over at Coach Moore. 1:23 and the clock rolling. This time Estill County with wideouts both ways. Parton there again in the backfield. Play clock down to 10 now. Here's the snap. Here comes the pressure. On the right side, down the right side of the field, out of bounds, might have lost a yard as Braxton Banks gets Manus out there for a good little heads-up play. And it'll be 3rd down now for Estill County.
Awesome pressure by the Cougars that time. They come from the outside and was able to flush him out of the pocket and really, really wreaked havoc.
Officially no gain on the play. Estill County 1 of 1 tonight on 3rd down conversions. .102 remaining. This time 2 wideouts both ways. 10 on the play clock. Manus looking. Manus is going to run. Wrapped up. And he's going to get about 2 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down for the Cougars. Engineers, excuse me.
Big Sergeant was able to pull him down from the line of scrimmage there. Great job for the interior lineman.
Estill County will have to punt the ball. 30 on the play clock.
Jonas Spicer back in punt formation for Estill County.
Cougars awaiting the kick. Estill County taking their time. Play clock down to 7. Low snap. We have a whistle, a flag on the play. False start against the Engineers. Back them up 5 yards. That'll make it 4th and 9 from the 11. It's just the 2nd penalty against Estill County tonight.
Yeah, that was, I couldn't even see what happened there.
Well, I'm right here, so I got, we're in the press box, so Mark's right in the middle. I'm looking at it where I got the bird's eye view here of the window. So, low snap. And the Cougars will have great field position, but the ball bounces at the 34. Stidham's going to stay away from it. And it's going to be at the 48-yard line, so the Cougars will have it at the Engineer 48, and that is the end of the first quarter. Your score, Letcher Central 7, Estill County 3, back in 60 seconds on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, Little Flower Clinic, Quantum Healthcare, and East Kentucky Chiropractic. Offering medical, dental, pediatrics, chiropractic, behavioral health, women's health, rheumatology, MAT program, x-ray, lab, and free transportation. East Kentucky Chiropractic, Dr. Dale Williams and Dr. Adam Fields, offering spinal adjustments, posture correction, sports injury recovery, and pain management. Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, your medical home in the mountains.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
7-3. Cougars have it, and a whistle right away. Ball start against the Cougars. Back them up 5 yards, so it'll be 1st and 15 into Estill County territory. Want to give a shout out. Got a text message from the governor of Cowan there. The Littles are watching me and Mark here on BSN. Thank you. And we have Kobe Ambergy here tonight. As always, our great producer, great sidekick. 1st and 15 for the Cougars. They'll have it at their own 47. Handoff Sturgill. Going to get that yardage back and just wrapped up by a host of engineers. So 1st and 10 now, or 2nd and 10 now for the Cougars. Mark back in the engineer territory.
Yeah, that was a nice little run by Sturgill there. It's a shame that it just ended up back to the original line of scrimmage.
Cougars scored early on their opening drive, scored with authority. Then Estill County looked like it was a 3rd and long, got some penalties against the Cougars, and then Hirsch lined up for that 27-yard field goal attempt and knocked it through. Play clock down to 7. Receiver splits both ways. Holbrook has all day. This time he's going to run, finds a hole, but is wrapped up. Estill County about a gain of a yard, so this will bring up 3rd and 9 for the Cougars, excuse me. Brandon on the tackle there. Of course, getting the text from Philip Little there on Sunday. We will have on Bluegrass Sports Nation the consolation game of the girls'